And welcome back to number 18 of your girl's favorite sports podcast, The Young and the Wash. You can catch us on Apple iTunes podcast, Spotify, anywhere you can and will listen to podcasts. I am the Dusty Dynamo today. Fat Face Fabio, the one and only. And word of advice to the people out there, subtweeting me will not get you clout. And with me as always.
Facts. It's your favorite light skin, Trake. My eyebrows are back on fleek. Hey, shout out to my barber. We're looking real nice today. And of course, we got the walk-on wizard, BBQ legend himself, Jay Palais.
Love you guys. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Valentine's Day?
That's crazy. All right. My first question for quick hitters. Would you rather have a girl with no confidence or too much confidence?
Fuck.
Wow. That's a hard one, honestly.
Dude,
it should be easy. I feel like
Because you know what the issue is? I feel like no confidence. I don't mind reassuring someone. It does come to a point where, like, even with just like this podcast, like I had to instill confidence in Travis. And he ain't my bitch, but it's like it gets to a point where like it kind of gets like on your nerves a little bit. Mm-hmm. But the problem is when she has too much confidence, and it's like the Zoe. Yeah. Travis has to tell me like, Zoe, shut the fuck up in public. Like you're doing too much. You're saying because now people are staring at you. So yes. I can't. God, I want to know who has the confidence to call twice during my fucking podcast. No, I'm joking.
Crazy.
But yeah.
Damn. I love the.
I'm gonna go. No confidence.
Yeah, I sadly have to go to that as well.
Because we can keep that in-house.
We're probably going to get grilled for it because then all these...
We're getting killed either way.
Yeah, exactly. Because then the women are like, wow, then you're not man enough for a confident woman, for a strong woman. And it's just...
Some of y'all are trash. Some of us are trash.
But I like the way that Zoe explained that when he used, me and him in a sense of how we balance each other out. Like, if it's just like, which one can you just not deal with the most? And... the one that I think me and Zoe both can agree on is just that, like, if I'm wildin', vice versa for me, like, if I'm wildin', again, not my bitch, but, like, if Zoe has to continuously tell me, like, Travis, shut the hell up, you're out of pocket, you're wildin' right now, like, too much of that is way worse than me not, oh, I don't know if I could do it. I could do it all the time.
What if you're with a girl that's like won't make that decision? Like she's always like half stepping into everything.
I could never be. That would never be in that situation. I've always said it. Like, the chick I'm with has to be decisive. She doesn't have to be 100% decisive. Like, we're all humans. Like, you're not gonna.
You can be wrong. Just make the decision.
Yeah. Like, I respect. I have told this man numerous times.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, we can do it. Like, don't ask permission. Ask forgiveness. Like, there's times when, like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you need to ask fucking permission. But I mean, but that's just people in general. I don't even know if that's like a spouse or like someone you're in a relationship. Like that's just my friends or anything like that. Like that shit's annoying after a while. Like
100%.
I'll just make the decision because I feel like what happens, at least with me, what happens is that like. It's like the most of the time when people do that, I feel like they're trying to be nice. Like they're trying to let you have input, but then sometimes you're just like, no, like you said, make the decision. And if I get too much dipping the toe in the water, then at that point I was make the executive decision. We're going to Chick-fil-A,
but then I feel like an asshole when I just start making plans without consulting that person, and then when they hit you with the, well, you never consult me, and it's like, well, you don't ask me later, or like you have no input, and then you sound like an asshole when you say that because you do sound like an asshole, but like. Sometimes it's the truth, like, you know what I mean? Like,
we're getting deep today, guys. It's the weekend of love. We got some good ones.
All right, has Gronk passed Tony Gonzalez for the greatest tight end of all time?
No, because he can't block as well.
Gronk's actually a very good blocker.
He has two vertebrae.
I know, but he's a great blocker. No, he's known for blocking, bro.
I understand that, and I get it, but I'm saying Tony he did it. Like, Gronk sometimes does that. Like,
and what about the Super Bowls for Gronk? It doesn't outweigh like.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the only position that like offensive line and D line are the only two positions that like I don't hold that like those people accountable for that because like it's a true group effort and it's football. Everything's a group effort, but it's like I know Shannon Sharp and Tony Gonzalez get in this argument constantly over who's better because Shannon has rings, but like I love Shannon Sharp. He's probably my third favorite tight end of all time. He's not better than Tony Gonzalez.
Okay,
like shit. I mean, some niggas might argue he's not better than Jason Witten.
Antonio Gates?
No, Shannon Sharp. Just throwing that one out there.
I'll take Shannon Sharp over Jason
I would too, but that's you look at Jason Witten's stats. I recently looked at this because he retired he retired for the fifth time this year.
Yeah, I don't know if Tony can. I can't do it yet. But I do know that that he's a weapon like that. It's just hard to say it because Tony Gonzalez just has so much time. I think that's the argument is like the time and how long they did it versus Gronk is like that quick fashion like Dogecoin. Like it's like it's up right now. Like this is the ish. And then Tony Gonzalez is like Bitcoin. It's like we're gonna do this over time. We're gonna do.
And there's a difference between Tom Brady and I do like this guy Trent Green. Like there's a difference in who's throwing that ball.
Yeah,
like
very true.
my man had Matt Castle for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question: what's the most disrespectful thing one man can do to another?
spit on somebody.
Yeah, I'm about
I
to
agree.
say spit.
Spitting,
I was like,
right?
spit.
It's the
Yeah,
worst thing.
you call me what you want, say what you want. Travis literally just punched me in my stomach 4 minutes ago out of pure anger. But like, yeah, if you
like overreaction.
I'll let you have it for the day. It's your Valentine's Day present. Yeah, if you spit on me, like, even
Let's
if I
go.
can't win the fight, I have to swing on you out of respect to me, out of respect to my family. Like, my daddy ain't raised no bitch. Like, yeah, I'll swing on Shaq if he spits on me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way for me not to excuse the spit on. Like,
I'm with you on this.
yeah.
That's the hesitation. Like, funny. Remember how you said, like, I would have respect or understood more if you just would have swung on me before
Yeah.
the apology? That's the one where there's this absolute no hesitation. It's like, bang. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
douche. Like, it's just going.
Like before it even, like, because here's the thing, even if you don't touch me with it, like, you just, you
I'm
make
still-
The thought of it, bro.
I'm
No,
still
and that-
swinging. This,
or if
we
you
ain't
go-
pumpkin. This ain't Flavor Flav.
and I hate
You know
the,
what I'm saying?
and don't pump fake it either. Don't, like, don't
Oh.
do, yeah.
Ooh.
Because the pump fake will get you hit for real, though. Because then now I'm gonna look like an asshole because
for
you
real.
faked it. But guess what? You've left your. Because what you're not gonna do is pretend to spit on me and give me your chin. You got to make a decision. You gonna spit on me or you gonna give me your chin? You don't get to do both.
Yeah, no, that's ultimate. Like I said, pumpkin, this ain't it.
The one and only
scrapping.
fight I ever was in was because somebody spit on me.
Yeah, and you should,
Sixth grade, yeah.
Yeah, you
Sixth
should've-
grade?
Sixth grade. We'll
Yes.
talk about it later. But yeah, I won.
Pretty sure I saw this.
You did.
Yeah, I did see this.
Who would you rather have, the Plumleys or the Zellers?
Wow.
we always have this argument.
I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna go the Plumleys.
yeah.
Because Mason's on Denver, right?
He's on Detroit now.
Oh, he's on Detroit now.
He was on Denver last year.
He's low key. He got some game. He better than the Zeller who's in Charlotte. 'Cause I think
Cody?
that's the better Zeller.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Wasn't
but
one of them? Wasn't one of the Plumleys on Portland? Or
I think that was Mason also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mason.
I don't even know
Okay.
the name of the other Plumlee to be
Miles.
honest. Oh,
Yes.
that's right. They were both good in college though.
They were very good.
Zellers
the
were
Dukes, right? They
nice
went to
in
Duke,
college.
right? Yeah,
Nasty.
the Plumleys went to Duke.
Where did
right?
the Zellers go?
The Zellers went to Indiana,
Indiana.
North Carolina.
I do remember.
Yeah,
the
one of them was
The one with North
yeah.
Carolina was nice.
He's nice, yeah.
But yeah, I think Mason, because Mason Plumlee is probably the best out of all of them.
They are, yeah.
I'm gonna give it to him because I don't think any of them can beat him.
I'm on Cody
one-on-one.
Zeller's collegiate career though.
100%.
Yeah, no, yeah,
What is
that's
North Carolina
100%
career?
true.
100%. Okay. What setting do you need to be in to send out a dick pic?
What setting?
Setting.
Just going back to my story earlier.
Yes. Yes.
That's hilarious. What
Okay.
setting? I need about 2 shots of Henny, 4 Modelo's. I need to be laying down.
No, all right, you know this goes back
Dim
to
the
I'm not
lights.
even gonna answer the question. This goes back to this. So me and Josh, we all went out to one of our friends' birthday parties this weekend, and we had an Airbnb, and I got a very I was in a situation that made me think it suggested possibly like I needed to send the hammer. But what stopped
Wow, gee.
but this is what's funny because me and Josh talked about this earlier. What stopped me was the bathroom in the Airbnb was so nice, and I was just like, I'm not like letting the hammer off in here because then she asked for another pic and like for whatever reason later, and I'm in my shitty ass bathroom in my house with no granite. It doesn't have the sink that comes up out the ground. Like I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing this here. This isn't the place. Like. I didn't even shower in this Airbnb. I just can't whoop out my.
This ain't Infinity War. You're not dropping a Thor hammer.
Yeah, no, I thought about
that's
it.
great, yo.
That was a good decision by me.
What if you drop the hammer on the marble? Just one of those. Can't have that.
Nah.
Live pick.
Live pic.
I feel
Boomerang it.
No. This nigga said boomerang it.
boomeranging the dick pic is.
Hey, you just started something. You just started
you know
something.
What? That might be one of the best things you ever said.
You just
That's
started
hilarious.
something.
You know what I pictured? I pictured my dick like when you do cheers.
He said,
I think.
girls like to see it when
I-
it moves too. Like, hey, make it go up again.
Oh my god! And I think this is like this depends. 'Cause I know for a fact, females probably have like most females I know, if they're like single and they're dating, a couple of them have a couple
Off the bench.
nudes already. You know what I mean? They got the folder for it. You know what I mean? Most dudes I know, they just don't have a dick pic saved. Like,
Yeah,
that's a spur of the moment thing.
Let's say 8th
so
grade.
I feel like if she, if she sends you like pics, like she sends you nudes and you don't like, you can't. 'Cause I think the trickiest part about when a girl sends you nudes is how do you reply?
Facts.
Like you can't just hard eyes it because I feel like then you're not giving them enough. If you get a little too tongue out and it's not like your girl per se or something like that, then it's like you're trying a little too much. And I'm not saying this is good advice, but I'm like, she hits you with one, I feel like the courtesy would be you hit her with the hammer pick back. You know what I mean? I feel like you can justify that one. Like, okay, you sent me a nude, I sent you a nude. Like, we're here now. Not like you need to even it out, but it's like, okay, sometimes you're at a loss for words, but you're hard. And then you're just...
An eye for an eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Spade for a spade.
Hey, exactly. Which sport is San Diego most known for?
California burritos.
I'd say baseball.
San Diego.
Baseball or football?
We do have I was gonna say football.
I think we have 4 Heisman Trophy winners.
We do. We have the most.
Yeah. Are we known for a sport?
Baseball.
Really?
I know
Houston
Southern California
and San Diego
baseball
are the two best.
Yeah,
cities
Southern
for
Cal.
baseball.
I know SoCal baseball is like
It's like
a
it's
huge
crazy,
thing.
yeah.
Exactly, especially with the whole like the little league people. You know, we have great like in a
point.
sense like
3 little leagues.
as I like to call them, like the farm system, like which is our little league. Like we're great at it, but I think it is football. Like our high school football is nice. Like like it really
that's
is
true.
nice.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think we're like, even though they might not have like the greatest record all the time, but when you look at collegiate records, SDSU technically, I feel like would be like the football of San Diego. Like when you think about it in that regard, because I mean, like Pumphrey he's the leading rusher. Marshall Falk was the leading rusher, and he won the Heisman. Did he not?
No, he was second.
He would finish second.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we got 1 and 2. And then, like, I don't really know, like, it's kind of hard to argue if San Diego State's, like, the football out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Granted, our best players don't go there for whatever reason.
If our best players went to San Diego State would be, like, probably, like, in a Power 5 conference.
I've always said this.
I mean, they've been trying. Though.
I've always said this, like, SD, like, why and how can we not get our players to go to SDSU? Like, I know that everyone kind of wants to leave and stuff like that, but good God, if you created us, like, if you just got the good guys from what we have here, the talent in San Diego,
nasty,
we'd be top 25 every single year.
I know,
Top 25
I know
every
this is
single
like on a tangent, but I think San Diego's problem is, or SDSU's problem is, you can't sell somebody from San Diego on San Diego.
It is hard. It is
You know
hard.
what I mean? Because we're used to it. Like, bro, I'm gonna be here in the
I
summer.
didn't want to go to San Diego. I could have easily went to San Diego State. I did not want
All three of us.
I did not want to go to San Diego
It just
State
didn't matter
because
it just wasn't a
lived here.
Yeah, it just didn't appeal the same. It's like, okay, yeah, I can go here. I go to Arizona. Like, I chose Vermont over that shit at one point. Granted, like by the time I made that decision, it wasn't an option anymore. But it was like, yeah, you know what I mean?
100%. What's more acceptable, Friendsgiving or Galentine's?
Friendsgiving.
Why?
Like, because like I said it this morning. No one wants to see your bitter ass tweets. No one cares. You had all year to talk about how you're so good for somebody, and this isn't women. This is like everybody included. Because niggas are doing this too. How good you were for somebody, how much you offer, how much you provide, how much people take advantage of you, but you just are willing to give your love to somebody. Hey, my guy, my gals, you had 363. Let these people have their one fucking weekend to themselves where they don't have to see all this fucking your sad ass posts. No one gives a fuck about your horoscope and that the Pisces hasn't found a fucking Pegasus. Yes, I said Pegasus again. And I just can't find the sign. My moon is in a rising, and it was no one gives a fuck, bro. Let these people have their one.
The rising.
Yeah,
moon.
like, and I feel like Friendsgiving, you appreciate everyone in your life. I'm sorry, if Valentine's Day is about love, and you got love for me, and you're a woman or a man, like, why can't we kick it? I'm not saying, like, I want to go on a date with my niggas, but, like these women sit in the corner, and they just basically, like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like show love to your homegirls. Like, I'm not hating on that, but it's just, in regards to it being against Friendsgiving just makes more sense. Plus, you get to eat better food and get drunk as fuck. Like, that's just sounds.
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna go.
This is a good
I'm gonna
point.
go Friendsgiving as well. When Zoe was saying that, it made me think of the point that he said with the comments of girls gassing each other up. It's like Valentine's Day is like every single time they gas up a 7.
That's
Or
just a
gas
girls'
up
night.
6. Like, exactly. It's just like, you know what? That was Galentine's. Like, you know, that's like. You guys gas each other up all the time and love each other and have your wine nights with your fine cheeses and stuff. Like, you know, hey, by the way, it's fantastic. I've done it. I've done it. It's great. Hey, please continue to do it. Continue to do it. But like, you know, it's just for like you said, Friendsgiving is more acceptable than
Valentine's Day is no different than most Saturdays. Sorry to cut you off. Valentine's Day is most different than like most Saturdays.
Exactly.
Like, what are you doing? Like, you decorated the house and it's pink. It's the same charcuterie board for the last 6 weeks.
And same thing for the men. Like, you know, like when I hang out with the homies and, you know, we're chilling and drinking, like, you know, like I don't have to have like, you know what, guys, this weekend right here, this is bros day. Like, this is bros weekend. Like, you know, like, no, like every single time we go out, like that's just what it is.
Yeah,
like, you
exactly.
know, it's what it is. Like,
why do we need a gender segregated day to appreciate the people in our life?
Beautiful.
That doesn't make sense to me. Like, yeah, I'm not hating if someone has a good because here's my thing is, you know what the problem is? Valentine's Day is for women, so the women who don't have Valentine's feel ostracized. Is that the word? Yeah, they feel ostracized for it, so they have to make up for it.
Facts.
But the problem is, if throwing this out here, if they made Valentine's Day for both genders, not saying like, you know, like it needs to be as heavily for men, but if they actually gave a fuck about men in the process of Valentine's Day, you wouldn't
prioritize men.
Yeah, like you wouldn't feel as neglected in a sense. Like, you know what I mean?
I like that.
But like, because it's like, oh, look at her, look at their, like, because you're like, when they do that, they're only looking at her. Like, they don't give a fuck what she got him. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't. No.
I've never asked one of my male friends what he got for Valentine's Day ever in my life, because I know it was just head. And with this lovely holiday upon us, it is the weekend of Valentine's Day. So we figured, you know, why not keep the animosity, the hostility, and the fuckboyness going, you know, a little bit.
Let's stir the pot.
You know, welcome to another edition of the We Ain't Shit podcast. But to open up the forum, I gotta ask you guys: all right, first of all, are sexual favorite Valentine's Day gifts?
Technically, no. I can't go on the record and say that.
What if you've been wanting something that she won't do, and Valentine's Day is the day? Is that considered a
I'd
gift?
consider that a gift.
I would say it's a gift as well, yeah.
Okay, also a thought. If she normally doesn't do it, what are the chances she's probably bad at it? Or he's bad at it. Let's not just put it on
exactly,
the
yes.
Yeah, what if he's bad at it?
Pretty good chance.
What are is Valentine? Because I always think this. I used to have a coworker who she used to tell me, and you know, we're gonna have a full sex talk today. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna save anal for marriage." She would always tell me that,
yes.
and I'd be like, "You don't do that. Like, don't do that, because you don't know if you're gonna like it, and you don't want your one experience to go south, and you got no room. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because she was like, "Oh, when I make him really mad, I'll just give up the ass," and I'm like, "No." I was like, "You don't know. The first time you do something like that, it's not a fun experience. Like, you know what I mean? You got to work through that hoe. You know what I mean?" So I was, but it made me think. I was like, is it worth even asking for the sexual favor? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, it's Valentine's Day unless she's like, you know, like having her monthly. Outside that, I'm assuming you're gonna have sex for the most part. You know what I mean? But is it worth asking for? Like, if you've been wanting your ass ate, like, you know what I mean? Not saying you want your ass ate, but like, if you want your ass ate,
right?
Not my thing. But
look at that hair. Imagine what his ass looks like.
looks like Don King.
Tarzan with a winking eye. But,
so no,
in America,
you should you should ask because that's your best chance.
That is true. Okay, you know that I never thought of it like that. Because Valentine's Day, you might get away with it even more than your birthday. Because I feel like after a while they don't. Give a fuck about your birthday.
Yeah. By the end of the day, they're like, "Fuck your birthday."
Exactly.
I like that though. I don't think sexual. I was gonna say flavors.
I mean, some favors are flavors.
They are. Yeah, you're right. I don't think it's a gift, but I do like the like if they don't do it that much, and I'm gonna get raunchy here because it's we're raunch, but like if you're asking someone to like suck the balls or something, like they don't do that, but like they do it, I'm gonna consider that a gift. It's something they don't do. It's just something they don't do. So like they're thinking of you and maybe they're sacrificing for you. So I would say that's a good one. Or like
I agree.
Gift, but like that's a gift. You can consider that a gift, but don't make it the main gift, or don't be like, "Oh yeah, I got you. Hey yo, like I did this for you, so hey yo, I'm good." Like no, that's off the table there. Like that's no bueno. You're trash. Like no.
Ladies, coming from an ain't shit ass nigga himself, let me just make this clear. Nothing says broke useless bitch like only sex or like sex is a gift.
Yeah.
Like, we got nothing but standards for men and how they have to give gifts. And don't get me wrong, some men are fucking trash at this too. But like, you want him to do all this, and you're like, I'm gonna lick his balls tonight. No.
That ain't it.
No.
That ain't it.
No. And by the way, ladies, if men don't pay enough attention to the clit, y'all don't pay enough attention to the balls. I'm just throwing that one out there also. They get completely neglected.
They do. It's sad.
Way too much.
They're sad.
Yeah, I mean, don't grab them. Don't grab them. But I mean, like, be gentle, but still. But yeah, like, I every time, like I said earlier, like, I never ask my guy friends what they got for Valentine's Day. Because literally since, like, we'll call it 10th grade, like, you kind of really get a Valentine's Day. You might get one in 9th grade, but, not everyone's like, these kids nowadays is fucking, don't get me wrong. But, like, I don't know, all of us were like, I wasn't fucking in the 9th grade.
Neither was I.
Yeah. But, like, I feel like that's when you try to get off, like, we've been talking, like, Valentine's Day was kind of as fucked up as it was, like, the day to, like, kind of, like, leapfrog some steps. Like, we go from holding hands to, like, so you gonna give me some neck?
Wow, that's wild.
Some neck. I mean, 14 years old was wild. Don't get me wrong.
No, trust me, I was wild.
I mean, hey, in the point in the job, like, you got to ask at least. Like, she has the right to say no, but I'm going to ask at least. Like, I got to ask once. I'm not going to ask twice, but I'm going to ask once.
You know what it made me think of, Josh, when he said, like, be gentle with the balls in Tropic Thunder? He's like, all right. Crow the balls.
Okay.
Choke the shaft. Dog in the gravy. Like, come on, let's get it.
Keeping the conversation going. Okay.
He's like, all right, let's get done.
Okay, seeing that we've come to the conclusion that we already knew, like, sexual favors are not a gift.
Yes.
Once again, sexual favors are
about the
not a
gifts?
gift. Let me say it for the kids in the back who didn't hear me. Sexual favors are not a gift.
Okay, what is a good gift on Valentine's Day in your opinion? I feel like flowers and chocolates are overplayed. Everybody does that.
If I may.
Okay.
Slight bag here.
He's the only one that's in a relationship at us.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
So
I was
let's
going to
point
say,
this out.
I got to understand.
Slight bag here. Slight bag. Now, we say chocolates and flowers are overrated. Chocolates, for me, might be the one. But here's the thing. Flowers, no.
Okay.
Flowers, in a sense, are never overrated because flowers, as seen in the eyes of the women, as not so much it should be, but, like, I feel like most women, in my experience, and a lot of people's experience, flowers show a significance of love, of thought, of in the mind. Like, it's giving something beautiful to someone who you think is beautiful and you care about. Like, that's something... So that's something that's different. So that can't be, in a sense, overplayed or overrated. But, like, that's one of the ones that it's the thought. It's something that you don't have to give a lot of money for, but it shows so much significance, in my opinion.
It symbolizes, like, love.
It does.
Is what you're saying?
Does, yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's some bullshit.
It's the truth,
No,
bro.
I
It's
think
the truth.
I think that's bullshit for this exact reason. If you ask a woman on a regular day what's her favorite flower, she's got no fucking idea. Like, most of them, like, a lot of them
so?
don't have. I would say most of them
I
don't
think
have
most
a
women
favorite.
have an idea.
Okay, better question then. Valentine's Day, do niggas know what her favorite flower is?
No,
Or
that's
we
a different
just getting-
question.
That's why I asked it
That's
afterwards.
good. That's a different question. But one thing I would say to back my point is here.
So I've answered my question.
If you get a woman of flowers on a random day that's not Valentine's Day, what are their? I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but what are their reactions to that? Have you
I
ever
feel like
seen that
means-
happen?
I feel like that means way more than Valentine's Day.
No, it does. It does. But I'm just saying, like, that just goes to show that flowers mean something. That it's significant. It means something, and it shows it's an act of affection that doesn't have to take a lot, and all it takes is a quick thought, run to the store, boom, and it's like, oh, they care about me.
Okay, but the girl, isn't she thinking, I want my man to be special? Like, Cindy over here got flowers as well. I want
That's
him.
what I'm saying. On Valentine's Day, that doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna get in a slight more bag here because we're all over the place today for this one. Now, if you want to go to compare your relationship to other relationships, as the quote of everyone on Twitter, comparing.
Oh no, you're
comparing.
you're misjudging what we're saying here. Before you
What?
get in this back,
Okay, go ahead.
what we're saying is like this. Like you said, if you do it on like a Wednesday, like that says something. Now, I get what you're about to say about comparing. This isn't
Yeah.
a comparison. What we're saying is like this. You're comparing it day wise, not to relationships. Yes, every woman is getting it on Valentine's Day. So you're thinking, but what we're saying
Most
is,
women, yes.
or most women, they are getting it. So like in the sense of how's like on a Wednesday, it's special.
Yeah.
And not like you have to show it off in comparison.
Yeah.
But like when every other chick is getting it,
But that's still comparing. That no. That's literally.
I haven't gotten my bag.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, it is a comparison to a certain degree. But what I'm saying is this: is it actually like on Wednesday? It's a thought that counts. When you do it on Valentine's Day, I feel like you can argue that's just going through the motions.
You can argue that.
I feel the same way as Alonso.
In my opinion, if the woman wants to think like that, that's toxic. In my opinion, I think that's a toxic thought. I think that's negative.
Because
at the end of the day, even though you say we said, at the end of the day, that's literally a comparison. That is what a comparison is.
Or so you could just view. I'll say this. You could view. All right, I'll say this. We as men can't be like, oh, head is a cop out on Valentine's Day. Because every nigga's getting ahead, you know what I mean? And we're like, we argue like, the thoughts, or most of them, like, it's not a thought, like, you're not putting much thought into it because everyone knows the default. Yeah. So I'm saying this, I get what your point is about the comparison, but I think you're missing the point where we're saying, like, it's the one day of the year that it's like, without thinking, you go do this. So it's not really like the thought that counts. Since we were in kindergarten, they've been like, you give her flowers on like Valentine's Day. So it's like, I'm not a hater on the flowers. It might have came off like that. But what I'm saying is, I don't think.
I know you're not.
Yeah, I'm not. I just don't think it actually.
I just don't think
holds as much weight as we think it does on that.
I just don't think that just because it's a default doesn't mean it's not significant. Significant. That's just my thing. I'm not gonna. But at the same time, though. I'm still, if you're still just I'm just gonna give you flowers type of guy. Now, if that's all you can afford, by all means, do you. Yeah. That's again, it's a symbol. But like, you would want to do more on top of that. I just don't take any significance away from that.
I just feel like we gotta be aware that like some things don't hold the same weight every day.
I can respect that.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean by that, because when you said go through the motions, I think that's a perfect way of saying it. It's the day to. The flowers would be going through the motion.
Bare minimums.
I just think that if you are with a person who is gonna be like, oh, you just got me flowers, or you got me flowers on Valentine's Day, and doesn't mean anything or doesn't mean as much, you're probably not with the right person. That person has some.
I don't know if that's necessarily, because I feel like some people like, this is so funny. I went from like shitting on women to like having to like defend them right now.
Yeah, you are. It's beautiful.
I just feel like balance. I just feel like like sometimes I feel like they could just be asking for more out of you. Like obviously we're ignoring the monetary situation. Like your brothers, if that's all you can afford, get her what you can afford. Yeah. That's gonna lead us into our next thing. But get her what you can afford. Like, you don't need to break the bank. This is not the day for that. But what I'm saying is like it holds weight to us, but I feel like sometimes you gotta think like, she's like, oh yeah, he got me flowers, but it's like, because you can do that on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Why are the flowers today special? You know what I mean?
It shouldn't be the special.
Yeah, it should be the appetizer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I respect that.
No, let's be honest here. That's the chips and salsa.
Yes.
Appetizer.
Yeah.
No. The free chips and salsa.
You get to the table.
I'm
at
Chili's. I'm at Chili's.
You're at Chili's. Yeah. No, Chili's, you pay $3 for them hoes.
You know what? You're right.
You're at the taco shop right now.
Okay.
And she just throws them on the table with the salsa. She doesn't even look at you when she does it. But and back into it. Speaking of like the money situation.
The money.
What are caps? So let's assume like, everyone's got a good job in this situation. We'll ignore the guys who don't have as much. We're not gonna call them broke. Ladies, that's toxic, by the way. Don't be calling niggas broke on like holidays. I hate that shit. Like, if he had money,
same
he
thing
would
for you,
get
men.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, she's not getting you a Bentley truck, and
that ass.
And let's make this clear. I made fun of the chicks for only lasting 5 seconds on top. If you don't blow her back out, you do not deserve a PS5.
Facts.
You
don't.
Like,
you don't.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like if we're gonna call it,
I must be doing something wrong. I got a PS5.
Yeah, exactly. But like what? And obviously, we're gonna get into like the sentimental part means more. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like, what's a reasonable? Like, we're all
adults here,
late 20s now, I guess. God, that's disgusting.
Mid 20s.
Yeah, mid 20s.
28. You're in your lates.
27.
27.
Hey, if you got an 87 in school, is that a B or a B plus? It's a B.
Time out. An 87 in school is a B plus.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You want to put money on it?
87?
87 is a B plus.
No,
I don't think so. No.
87 to 89 B plus. Wow. I told you. As a nigga who failed.
What were these standards? Where were these standards when I was in school?
As a nigga who failed a lot of classes, trust me, I was very much aware of what the 67 was.
That's
I was
true.
like,
Right.
all I gotta do, if I have a 67 and I get a 73 on the final, I'm getting a C in the class.
I knew what a B plus. I knew what a D plus was.
Okay.
So back to the money.
Back to this. Not a punch in. 87 is clearly a B plus.
Okay,
sure.
But back to the money thing.
So we're late 20s.
Yeah, late 20s. Well, I'm still mid. You know what I mean? just like I am cute, mid. Like, what's a reasonable amount to spend?
Amount?
Because we are at that point now where we're like we said earlier, like we're older, so kind of relationships get a little sped up in a sense. So it's not like when you're 24 and you're like, oh, we've only been dating for like 6 months. I don't know if I want to get her something that big. Now we're at that age, like 2 Valentine's Days from now, we're 30. She gonna want a baby. Like this one might matter a little bit, more. What's a reasonable amount?
A reasonable amount for me, I would say about it's $200. And let me do the math. Let me do the
math.
math for
I'm
you.
proud of you. I'm proud of you guys.
I thought he was gonna say that.
I thought you were about to lowball with some 50, 75.
Do I have a Valentine's? Nope. So I'm not spending that money. So here we go. $200. $100 on the dinner. Nice dinner. You got to make reservations a week in advance. Can we agree on this?
Yeah.
Okay, $100 for a really
Josh
nice gift.
doesn't tip, that's why.
Shut up. I do tip. I for sure tip. Let's not be crazier. $100 for a really nice gift. I'm talking some Lululemon, something she really likes. Depends on your girl.
Okay.
Every girl's different.
Those leggings that make their ass look good. It works out for everybody.
Works for everyone.
Exactly.
Stop putting them on Instagram, though. We get it.
Yeah, and then we'll throw in a couple extra bucks for the flowers.
I saw a video of some white mom. Someone's like, she got a banger.
With the gray ones?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, when she was outside, right?
I don't know. No.
She walked. I was like, God damn, she had that thumper. She's like, oh, girl that was helping out Bambi.
But 200.
200.
200. Okay, but here's the thing, though. Let's really break this down.
Okay.
If we go through the whole scope of things.
Okay.
All right. Flowers.
Yes.
25 minimum.
Yeah, I was gonna say anywhere. You can go to Trader Joe's, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go. If you want them to be fresh, or you got them delivered.
I was gonna say flowers $20 to $40.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. $20 to $40.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go 30. We'll do it. Chocolate anywhere between.
I'm not chocolate.
I'm not getting chocolate.
I'm not getting chocolate. It's your gift though.
But here's the thing though. Like just like the flower thing, I feel like there's probably just as many chicks who want
chocolate,
who want the chocolate, possibly more than the flowers.
That's a symbol.
No, because you get to actually enjoy and eat the chocolate.
True.
The flowers will die.
You cannot eat the flowers,
much like their love. Wow. So flowers 30, chocolate. One thing my dad has taught me this. My dad, I'm gonna give away his move. My mom's gonna be pissed if she hears this. My father is good at one thing. He never plans gifts ahead, but he's a junk mouth. So the day after Halloween, he always goes and gets a cheaper chocolate, but he usually gets my mom's Valentine's Day chocolate if he can that day, and he just got to let it sit for 4 months somewhere and figure it out. But I've seen this man be smart enough to get like some expensive ass chocolate for like a really cheap price, and I was like, look at Moses. And I swear the first time he did it, he just forgot that he had the chocolate sitting in the room, and he was like, this works out perfect. But it only works with like the chocolate bars. If you get the heart one, you got to wait. So let's call that another $20.
Yeah,
so you're already at a third of your budget, basically.
50 bones right there.
Because think about it,
quarter.
Because you're at $45, $50 almost right now.
At
your 200.
Yeah.
Okay, what's her? Because dinner's $100, and that actually means that her meal can only technically be like $40.
She can get the steak.
One drink.
Wine.
That's true.
Yeah, one drink. Okay. What's her gift? You got $50 left.
50 bones.
What are you doing with that 50 bones?
Some nice.
Can't get her costume jewelry. That might be one leg of a Lululemon like short set. So that's what I'm saying. The 50, I like the $200 idea, but I feel like realistically, it's like the gift and the dinner are two different like price points. I feel like you can't budget.
Let me ask this.
that
Let
one
me
the
ask this
same.
controversial thing here, just because thoughts here. What are thoughts of dinner as the gift, in a sense, or as part of the gift? So, like we said, budget wise,
part
right?
of the gift.
As part budget wise, right? Like you said, flowers, chocolate, dinner. You're already at 150 bones. Is that not? Am I not putting in the effort? Is that not like kind of like
It counts as something.
As
bro.
something?
For
Like,
sure.
I have
sure.
a question. I have a question. Would men accept her paying for dinner as our gift?
I would, and that's the
Yes.
reason why I asked that. And that's the reason
I
why
was
I
like,
asked that.
I think that actually is kind of swaggy. Like, you don't have to get me something that cool. Like, if this is the time that you pay for dinner, because I'm assuming most men are paying for dinner most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, if this is because dinner is going to be expensive.
Yeah,
it's going to have to get the
right.
reservation. And like, if she gets the reservation and pays for dinner.
Yeah,
we're
I'm
square,
done.
my nigga.
I'm done.
Like,
For sure.
we're square. Like, whatever that's going to cost,
I'm done.
You call it. Because then you can use your extra $200. Then you got more money to spend on her.
And that's the route and that's the reason why I asked the question, because I mean, I guess I can just spoil mine, but like, like that's what I'm getting in a sense as my main gift is, or not, actually that's not my main gift, but
Supplementary
she
gift.
is making dinner for us, and she's making a steak dinner for us, which costs a decent amount of money.
Alpha move.
And so, but she told me like, oh, at least you don't have to pay for dinner, and I was just like, Well, in my mind, I don't know, like that kind of went. We got into our own little, jive in there. But like,
Please expound.
It just expanded in a sense because I talked about her gift and what I'm getting the gift because my gift alone, not to, I don't care and not to sound.
Did you bring up the price that you're spending?
This
argument?
I did. I brought that up because I was gonna give a certain amount. I was gonna give a certain amount for this gift, but she's like, oh, well, you're not paying for dinner. But I was like, well, I am throwing and purchasing this whole gift for you now, the difference of that is adding a decent amount more money to it. So I'm just like, so for me, it was just more of a balancing thing. I don't want it to be about the money. I don't want it to be about the gifts. I really don't want it to. But when people bring my Petty Guerrero out, I'm going to bring Petty Guerrero out. You know what I'm saying? And so
I was like, you can't tell me that
no,
that
it's
sounds
petty.
like a
Oh, it's petty. It's petty.
I was going to say, like, you sat here and told me that sounded like a comparison.
It's a comparison.
Yeah.
No, that's what happens. I unfortunately bring my Petty Guerrero out there, but
did you alter your gift in the long run?
Yeah, I decided that I was gonna pay for like whatever. There's some, a gift that she wanted. I said I was gonna put X amount of dollars on, and I was like, you know what, things are kind of going good at the moment. I'll put, I'll up it up to X amount of dollars here. Good. You know what I'm saying? So that was my compromise in a sense. But yeah, it was just, I just think it's different. Like I don't think, in a sense, the men all the time have to be the ones to pay for the dinner like that when it comes to Valentine's. Like, I think that there should be some type of balance, like you said, or like we were talking about, like there's a balance in this and how you handle Valentine's as a whole. Like I said, like you don't have to go out and the man doesn't have to pay for every single thing. But like if I'm going to pay for the dinner, maybe you do something like, you do something a little extra that the dinner would equate to or something like that,
Because I think like because like, we all have this misconceived idea of love, but in the world of rom-coms, I feel like the move would be making dinner together. Like if Valentine's Day is about being together and being intimate and shit, I feel like the dinner together.
Not everybody has their own patty together though.
Oh no, obviously, but I'm saying like if this is an option for you, this should, especially like obviously it's quarantine, so this is gonna be a little. It'll make
it's a harder one.
Yeah, it's a harder one, but with that being said, what do you think women's biggest gripes are during Valentine's Day?
That you didn't put enough thought into their gifts.
Facts. That's the number one. Number one.
You really think that's it?
Yeah, I do. That's if you took the easy way out.
Yeah, if you take the easy way
out. What is, all right, so let's expand on that. That's a good point. What is the easy way out? Just flowers?
Gift card.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's bad. Don't do that. Unless it's $200 a Lululemon. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like whoa.
Nah, they might still get mad at that though.
Yeah,
because they're like, you didn't even pick something.
That's true.
Because at least like if you,
I would love that, by the way. I would love that gift.
If at least if you buy it and she returns it, she could be like, you tried. You know what I mean? She's gonna be a little mad.
You gotta just try.
I like
bro.
that. I like that. It's the effort. Effort.
That one is like a real effort situation. What else was I gonna say? Dude, there's got to be more gripes. This is why we need a female today. I called like 3 chicks. None of them would show. They're like, I'm not going on that with you guys being fucking idiots.
A bad like easy gift would be.
I think the other one, I mean, we kind of already said it, cop out is just the flowers. Like,
just the flowers would be way too easy.
If you're in position to do more,
yes.
I think that's one of those. I don't know. I just think kind of last minute. Like if everything for you is last minute, then at that point, I think it's kind of like.
Let me ask you some things that you could buy for women and tell me if it's a good gift or not. Okay. Perfume.
I'm bad.
Us answering this is hilarious.
Yeah, I think perfume is a good gift. I mean, and maybe I'm biased. Before we even continue, a lot of these things are going to be off of my like personal thoughts. And thoughts like so. Like for me, I've gotten cologne as a gift. God, I fucking love cologne.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like beautiful. So yes, I think if it's good perfume, yeah, I think it's a good gift.
Okay. What about like running shoes?
Are we married? Are we married?
Yeah.
No, you're dating.
You telling her you fat? Like, like.
That's what's funny? Because that was my thing. Like when you said like, obviously you were just saying like in Nebraska when you brought up the Lululemon thing for her. I was just like, that's more of like a Christmas birthday type of like. I don't know. Like I feel like Valentine's Day should be
more romantic.
No, I don't even believe it's romantic. Obviously, yes, it's a romantic, but I think it should be simple and intimate. Like, you know what I mean?
Like picnics and shit.
Yeah, like even like that. Like, you know what I thought? Like something because I got my female friend a gift, and she thought I got her this, but I was like, this would be a good Valentine's Day. We're not dating or anything like that. But I got her something else, and she thought it was but what I got her, she thought it was a picture frame at first, or like a picture of all of us, and I was just like, oh, that would be like something like that. Obviously, that can't be the only gift. Like, we're not like it takes $2 to develop a picture, but I mean like simple, small things like that. Like I think one year my mom got my dad like coasters with like a bunch of their pictures like on the coasters.
Cute.
I thought that was
That's
cool.
cute.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like the overplayedness of Valentine, and this like this is coming from a nigga who's had like 2 Valentines his whole life. Like don't get me wrong here, I could be jaded in this sense, but it's just like, what is if this is about us? Why does it need to be a production? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if this is really about us in this sense, like, I enjoy you, you enjoy me, and maybe I'm just too dumb. Maybe I'm naive. I just don't know anything when it comes to this. But it's just like, because
I'll tell you the answer. Why?
Because I know what you're gonna blame, and I feel like it was a production even before that was created.
What is it? Why?
He's gonna say because of social media.
Yeah, no, but I think it was a production before that. Since the beginning of time, niggas have been breaking their back.
Because before social media, girls did have friends who did talk to each other about what they did on Valentine's Day. And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's a social aspect, no matter what. It's maybe not social media, but it's a social.
I was gonna say, tying it all the way back. Funny, I actually just had a coworker who hit me up about she got running shoes for her boyfriend, and she's texting me, Travis, what shoes are good running shoes? Like blah blah, and I was like letting her know.
The Brooks Brothers.
No, okay. There were some Brooks that were like he ended up he's in the military apparently. He, as she said, no swag, no style, and so like, and I was just like, okay, like what about these? Like these, she gave me 2 options. I was like, oh, I said Ultra Bounces or Ultra Boost. Sorry, or what's the Boost? It's the nice ones. It's the nice ones. What she ended up getting, but it was just funny because she was texting me about running shoes.
I am glad you brought that up because I think a guy's Valentine's gift and a girl's are completely opposite. Like I would love some like Jordans for Valentine's.
Oh, shit. Men's, but you know the difference is men's gifts are applicable for any time you need to get a man a gift.
100%.
I feel like women's gifts depend on like
what the holiday
you can give me a razor for Valentine's Day and I might love it. You know?
Bro, my mom got me a Norelco for my birthday 2 years ago. I thought that was fucking awesome. But like,
you get your girl a pack of razors. You know, you're not gonna have a girlfriend for much longer.
It's almost like the simplicity. It's just like if we're like for men, it's like, oh, we're gonna use this. Thank you. Like
exactly.
like, yes, cha-ching. Like
that's
like,
what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
very simple. Yeah.
I have another thing because I thought about this because my cousin just he got engaged and he had to talk to like his fiance's like family and stuff. Like obviously he had to ask for the blessing and stuff, but just like to organize the whole thing. And I thought about this: is it because we talked to Luis? Shout out to Let's Go Cooking. Let's go. But we talked about this and we didn't talk about like the gift giving thing because that was around Christmas. Or we talked about it, but we didn't talk in this regard. Is it bad to ask her friend what she wants?
No,
I don't think so.
I think it's a great idea.
I think that's resourcing. Yeah.
Okay. But saying that, men, look at me. Which camera am I? I'm here. Know which friend.
Oh.
Got to make sure she likes you. Or at least she wants her friend to be happy enough with you.
That's the main one.
And 2, it can't be the loud one who's going to take credit for the gift later.
Oh.
Because then
great point.
Because then your girl thinks that you've done like a great thing and you put effort into it. And don't get me wrong, not like being self-aware I think is a huge trait. Like if you don't know you're good, if you know you're bad at giving gifts, like having the balls to be like not pawning like the task off on her friend, but like legitimately be like, oh, I had this idea. What do you think? Like, how should we move? Like, maybe not work as like a team because it's like it's Valentine's Day. It's not her birthday. But you just got to be careful which friend you ask because you're going to get in one fight with her. And, she's going to run to her ain't shit-ass friend and be like, well, bitch, he got you that Michael Kors. That was my idea. He didn't even look at these texts. And then you're outed, bro. And the worst part is you didn't even do anything wrong. You got her something that she liked. Yeah. But now you didn't put the thought in yourself. So be aware.
But asking the friends thing, I'd say I think in Valentine's in general, I think it's I think overall you just have to, you and that other significant other have to be on like almost the same page, and guards have to come down to get on that certain page, on that certain understanding of the money, the price, the what gifts are we giving, are we doing this big, are we doing this not big, like to get that communication, you have to let guards down and you have to communicate that with that other person, and that's hard to do.
I feel like is it weird to say? I feel like this is the one time when you get a girl a gift you can actually ask her what she wants.
I think so.
I feel like Valentine's Day that's not the one. I don't think that's the one because it's supposed to be. All right, this is my thing about this. Christmas is like it's a gift-driven situation. Her birthday is a spectacle.
Yeah.
Fucking Josh, we just went on a whole 7-day field trip with one of our homegirls for her birthday fucking celebration. That shit, my liver is recovering to this day. Like, but I feel like and once again, naive man, I don't know shit. I feel like you had all year to learn about her, and this is your like obviously you can ask your friend, but this isn't the moment to be like, hey, what did you want for Valentine's Day?
Okay, I wouldn't ask you. Okay, yeah,
I
understand. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
ask that
like
for Christmas. Like, oh, what did you want for Christmas?
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't
hey,
ask
did you
like
want to take a
that.
trip for your birthday? That, you know what I mean? I think Valentine, like, I think
That's
part
the
of
1-2 surprise. That's the 1-2 maybe give a little surprise there.
Okay, but back to what we were saying though. Okay, I have a question. We went over the whole what the couples got to do. Josh, right here, we're here. Okay, how are we too old to have Valentine's if you're not my girl? Like, say we've gone on like, okay,
Wow, hold up, continue. I want to hear this.
yeah, like, so what is the date? Like, what is the date plateau, if you will, I guess, or like the goal?
21.
No.
21 years old.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But valid. But no, what I'm saying, actually, 21, I think you can get that off. Because if you're still in college, you can still kind of get that one off. I think.
Okay, fair enough.
But no, what I'm saying is how many dates you have to go on before it's like, are we doing something on Valentine's Day? Or does it matter about the quality of date? Like, if you've
this
gone
is
on,
interesting.
Like, if you've gone on 3 good dates and you started dating in January and you've seen her maybe every other week, maybe, well, you probably would hope to see her a little bit more than every other week, but say you but you're both available on Valentine's Day, do you ask? Do you treat it like it's Valentine's Day, or do you treat it like a date and you do just a little more, or is it Valentine's Day?
Are you planning on dating her and making her your girlfriend?
I feel like if you're even in this realm, because I feel like otherwise you just
don't know
avoid,
yet. You just don't know
Yeah,
yet.
because otherwise you would. This isn't even a thought. Because
Yeah.
otherwise you would just avoid this. Like,
Okay.
like we're not serious enough for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, and I feel like I've had a lot of my friends tell me they've had to have that talk with people. Like, hey, this, like, you know, we're dating, but this isn't really, you know, we want to see where this goes. Let's not put a bunch of pressure on Valentine's Day. But say you like her, you've gone, let's say 5 dates since the beginning of the year. You've seen her almost every week since the year started. You know what I mean? So where is the point? Is there a point date wise, like quantity of dates, or is it quality? Like, we've had 3 good dates since January 12th, and I'm really kind of feeling her. It's only a month in. Do we go out for Valentine's Day?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Do you make it a? It can't be. It's not going to be the spec. All right. Better question then. What are the rules for that then?
There's a lot of rules to this. I'm glad you asked this question. It's
Yeah.
actually a very good question.
Yeah.
Okay. Depends on your age, right? We're 26, 27.
Yeah, you're old. Yeah.
We're old enough to not say, do you want to be my Valentine's? We're just going to hang out on that day, and you can assume what it is. I actually like you
like that.
because I'm going to hang out with you on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
If you're before like 22, 23, like college age, you can ask. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I feel
It's
like you
cute.
should- yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's broke. We're gonna hang out in the cafeteria half
Yeah.
the day anyway.
If you think there's potential for you to be in a relationship and you take her on Valentine's Day, that's your Valentine. Let's not be crazy here, right?
Yeah.
But if you ask, it's serious. You really want
Yeah.
to date her within the next month or two.
I like that. If you ask her to be your Valentine's, yes.
Yes.
How far in advance, if you're, because there's a possibility if she's dating you, she may be dating other people. That's the whole point of dating.
100%,
Like,
yeah.
where do you ask? Like, at what point in, like, date wise, like, not like how many dates, but I mean like the physical date of the year. When do you be like, hey, are you free? Like, are we doing something next Sunday? Like, how do you go about that as a single dude? Because I'll say this, the 2 Valentines I've had, one being post high school, she told me. So I was straight with her. She's like, oh, we're doing blah, blah. I was like, bet. All right, well, I ain't got to worry about all this going on. I'm like, I'm straight now. Like, you know what I mean?
Once you enter February.
Yeah, like, okay, so do you ask at the beginning of February, like, do we have plans? What are we doing?
100%, yeah.
I
You know
think,
what I
I think
mean?
you kind of lay it on, and I think if you're the guy in that scenario that we're talking about, I think it's okay to definitely be like, hey, like on the 14th or this weekend. You don't even have to say the 14th. You know what day it falls on. Hey, this weekend. Hey, let's get together and have dinner and stuff like you almost play it like it's casual, but like Josh said, you know what I'm asking when you say this, like you know what's kind of about to happen.
Okay, I have a question then. Back to the women's gripes. Are we being dumbass men and just assuming that they're going to be okay with the assumption? You know what I mean?
We're at the age where
to
they
say
should- yeah.
No, but I mean, like, you don't have to ask her to be, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but like, not to be like, oh, like, you want to be my Valentine's, but like you're saying, like, oh, what are you doing? Like, if last week I was like, hey, what are you doing next Sunday? As opposed to be like, hey, do you have plans on Valentine's Day? Like, I feel like, which one
I can see that being a problem.
yeah, which one is the more appropriate way to ask that question? Like, is it just like, hey, did you want to get together next weekend? Or is it like, I know we've only gone on a couple days, but I was wondering, like, if you want to spend
That's a big
Valentine's Day
difference.
commercial.
That is a big difference.
Yeah, because you know what I mean? Because one sounds like a little, it's almost like that. I feel like women like assertive men, but they do like a certain type of fear when we ask questions, and I don't know why, but I do feel like there's like a certain type of like fear in a man's voice that women fuck with for some reason. But when you ask that, like, do you have plans on that? Like, it's kind of like humbling. Like, they kind of like that humbling.
Okay.
So I feel like I get your point. I'm with you, but we're a room full of dudes sitting around here.
Yeah.
So I feel you on this, but I feel like it's more of like, we can avoid that. This is the date. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, asking her to hang out on Sunday is right here. Asking her, are you doing anything on Valentine's Day is right here.
And I feel like, but here's the thing though. I also feel like the Sunday can keep it casual, and maybe you guys are casual. The Valentine's Day could make it a little more serious, and maybe you're one. Like, I know it kind of contradicts my own point.
I'm for sure spending like $75 more up here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. This is a different price range.
All right.
Okay, I'm glad you brought it up. This brings me to another thing.
And I hate throwing money into it, by the way. I hate that we kind of went over it because it's about love. It shouldn't be about, I spent $200.
Nah, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Half the country's fucking
With
broke.
the bros, it's cool. With the girl, you don't want to talk about the money situation.
Never, no.
Yeah, exactly. But, okay, so you bring me to this. Obviously, if you're already just dating, and you're just dating, like it's not your girl.
You're literally dating.
Yeah, you're just literally dating. I would think if you have a pad or accessibility, this might be one of the better times to pull the like, oh, I'll cook for you, because then she gets to fall through for the first time.
For sure.
And it doesn't have like the initial pressure. It's a lot of pressure, but it's like, okay, we can post up. It's not like she fell through at 10 o'clock, we have to fuck. It's Valentine's Day, you're going to want to fuck, but I feel like it kind of eases the tension a little bit. But then also it's like, I have a question. Are gifts exchanged then? Or is it just dinner? If you're just dating, like you're regularly dating, and then you ask her out on Valentine's Day, I think that's the time the flowers work. Because then I'm already doing more than the bare minimum. You're not my girl, so like, and I asked you on Valentine's Day, now I can slide in with the flowers.
Now the dinner's the gift and the flowers are a gift because that's the level.
We're not as dumb as we look. I promise.
It took us 40 minutes, but we got here.
Yeah. No, that is exactly
that's
what
beautiful.
it is.
Yeah. But see, that don't work for you though, nigga. You know what relationship.
No, I can't. No, I can't get away with that.
Yeah, because I always feel like the idea of like, I was gonna ask a young lady, and I found out she's like working on Sunday, so I was like, all right, cool, I don't even have to worry about this. But I was even thinking in my head, I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna ask this? Like, how do I go about this? And me and her, we're not dating, but we're cool, we're familiar, definitely. And in my head, I was just like, is this worth the ask? Is this weird if this is the day that like I ask this, or is this just like, you know what I mean? Because if you're first, it wouldn't be the first hangout, but if this was like the day that you ask her, and it's like one of the more serious dates, it's like, is it? Or I'll say this, it's like ironic. Follow me here, though, boys. Now they have that question, like, if you ask a woman to marry you and she says no, does that end the relationship?
Oh, it's scary.
You know what I mean? Ooh. But like at the same, all right. So like, follow me on that question. If you ask her to be your Valentine, she doesn't instantly become your girlfriend. No. But are you guys now way more serious than what
I think that you can still, like, even if you're not dating or if you want to, talk with someone, I think Valentine's Day is a good time to kind of put yourself out there. I think it is okay to kind of have a Valentine's, and not so much that you have to do all the lovey-dovey and all that stuff like that and like really take it to that next level. But if you're like interested in somebody, or like, maybe you've hung out maybe just twice or just 3 times or even in a group setting, I think it's okay to ask that person like for that day, like, hey, like, do you kind of want to come kick it with me, and like, let's kind of hang out together on that date. Like, I think that's acceptable.
I love that.
And I think it's a good idea for people who want to kind of push that envelope.
Hey, Valentine's Day can be real good for some people and real bad for others.
I like Travis's point though. I think, you know what I'll say, because I feel like men, like, I think women never think about we're discussing creatures. We already talked about how niggas are in the comments, but when a man has to ask you something that's very humbling, it's like, it is hard at times.
It's very hard.
I'll say this: it's one thing to be like, hey, do you want to hang out on Saturday? And like that, because half the time they don't even know if you're really asking them on a date. You know what I mean? Like, the Valentine's Day hangout is a direct like. But I respect it, Travis. I'll say this: hey, fellas, I'm not saying any chick like have some rapport with her, but there's only one day out the year that women should not be allowed to screenshot you and then slander you on the internet.
No way.
If he asks you out for Valentine's Day, ladies, I'm just gonna say this: it'd be the one day of the year. Politely just say no. If you don't like him, he's not your type, politely say no. As long as he didn't come at you foul.
It should be humbling for the both of them. Like, I mean, and not to get sentimental about it, but like when you said, humbling when anybody comes up to you, especially on Valentine's, and asks you to kind of be their Valentines, they're opening up and letting their guards down, and probably in a way that they're very much not used to doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's hard for a lot of people, you know? So,
but also, fellas, just like when niggas try to propose to women, that they're afraid that the relationship is over, and that's why they're choosing to try to propose to save the relationship.
Oh wow.
If she's already made it clear that she don't fuck with you,
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is not the day to get her back. Valentine's Day is not the day to make a spectacle of it. Valentine's Day is not the day to show up to her job. Valentine's Day is not the day to call her mom and figure out where she is. Valentine's Day is not the day to stalk her on Instagram and be where she's at. Valentine's Day is not the day to ask her friend what they're doing this weekend. Valentine's Day is not the day to do a lot of things, but it's mostly not the day to harass women. She will let you know if you ask her directly if she wants to be with you. And if she doesn't, she's just not going to respond, and there's your answer, my guy. It's okay. We've all been left on red. It happens.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's going to suck. Because no one wants to be like, I don't give a fuck what happens tomorrow. I'm keeping it a buck with you. But do I want to be alone on Valentine's Day? No.
No one, no.
Yeah, no one wants to be alone on Valentine's Day. But at the same token, it's like, it is what it is. Like, you can't, like, I'm not going to sulk about it. You know what I mean? I'm going to eat my Haagen-Dazs, cry, and watch the Notebook like everybody else. You know what I mean? Because Pacers is closed, so, you know. But, yeah, Valentine's Day is, like, there's a lot of do's and don'ts. But I feel like in the single world, you have to... If you're going, you can't tread lightly. You got to make a decision. You're either going to be in the pool, or you're going to be on, or you're going to be out the pool. You're either going to really try to put a little effort in and be like, "Hey, I know we don't know each other that much, but I'm really feeling you." Da da da. It's not saying we're getting any closer or anything, but like, do you want to hang out on Valentine's Day? Like, because at the end of the day, like, there's tons of non-romantic ass things that you can do on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
it's like, it's just about
that
something
are meaningful.
I think people mistake sexual with intimate at times.
I think so.
And I feel like Valentine's Day is a intimate holiday. It's not a sexual holiday. I mean, we're like, the goal at the end of the night, niggas want, you know, we want yeeks.
You want to drop the hammer.
Yes, you know what I mean? But what I think, like, the thing is just like, bro, just spending time with someone. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna let you know, fellas, a smooth move. You ask for Valentine's Day and you don't push for the sex, and you kind of see how it goes.
That's a smart move. That's a smart move.
Because now for the rest of the relationship, she feels like a little bit more comfortable. Yeah. If you ask her on Valentine's Day and you make a whole show, and at the end of it, you're like, you're not gonna, like, you kind of have. We all know that vibe when we're like, I'm about to get some. You know what I mean? And then, like, if that wasn't it, then you just come. Now you've, like, reversed everything you've done all day. Like, all that work you put in, all that, like, humbling experience. If you get in the back of your fucking Acura TL and just pull your dick out, she's not gonna fuck with you.
That's wild.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of The Young and the Washed. Make sure you check out our other shows. Next Question, Good Chatter, JP25 Conversations. We still sell our merchandise. Follow us on any of our social media channels. You can find our information there. This is Alonzo and Travis. Do you guys have any nicknames for yourself today?
First of all, don't ever call me Alonzo.
Government name, I'm sorry.
Never.
Yeah, wow, jeez.
This is, you know, the Dusty Dynamo, Young Martini himself, Beef Sweat, Pettigadero, your Theo's favorite Theo. That nigga most likely texting your bitch in Spanish. You know what I mean?
That's one of my favorite ones.
The Valentine's Vandal. You know what I mean?
Wow. Oof.
And with me,
of course, Drake, the light-skinned nigga, the horse himself in the barn. Of course, Grand Mac Trav, and everybody out there for this lovely weekend and spreading the love. Everyone go out there, do your thing. Don't do the things that Zoe told you to do. In a sense, other don'ts. Don't follow that. Be patient, and everyone be safe out there.
Oh, and guys, just so you know, this is gonna be a very sad day. Josh is cutting his hair this week.
Oh, you are?
I did it on Wednesday.
Oh, you did? I asked you that.
Little trim.
I asked you that. Oh, that's cool. Okay,
a month.
Nothing happened.
Oh, yeah, okay. He just went from a 12-year-old to a 7-year-old Simone. We're good. All right, with that being said, check us out on Tumblr.